Beyond the surface of the sea, here along the California coast are dangerous fishing nets. These nets can be lethal to marine life, and a group of divers have taken it upon themselves to go under the water and try to recover some of these nets. It's very dangerous. Volunteers with the Ocean Defenders Alliance meet about once a month, diving deep into the ocean to remove abandoned fishing nets, often cut loose by fishing companies after they snag on reefs. After loading their boat and pulling away from shore, they strategize. They have an hour and a half before they reach their destination, and every moment is used to prepare.
Because it's twisted.
Diver Steve Millington has been to this site before.
It's a barge that's submerged in about 65 feet of water. It's a popular fishing spot.
It's also very dangerous. The abandoned nets not only kill marine life, but they could very easily trap divers as well. That's why they're often referred to as ghost nets.
We are in an entanglement-rich environment. You can have a net that can come on top of you. You can have a net that gets caught on your equipment. You have lift bags that are lifting the net to the surface. There's lots of ways for you to be in that hazard.
For Shingo Ishida, it's worth the risk.
They just keep trapping and killing for years and years and years.
4 people suit up and dive in. These experienced divers received special training, but as they start working on the ghost nets, the water turns black.
Once we got inside the hold and started working, there's so much silt built up on the net that immediately visibility goes to zero. I mean, we're working in complete blackout.
The divers attach these orange inflatable balloons to the ghost nets and then start cutting. Once the net is freed, it floats to the water's surface and then brought on board.
He's still alive too.
Kurt Lieber founded Ocean Defenders Alliance about 13 years ago. He has his team place living organisms back into the water.
It's hard for me to quantify how many animals we save because these animals typically will be predated on. Once they get caught in the net, they're predated on, and within 3 to 5 days, there's nothing left. There's no evidence that the animal was there, unless it's a sea lion, and then you'll get a skull, or it's a dolphin, you'll get a skull that's left behind.
Lieber says there are very few organizations that remove ghost nets from the water. Fishing companies aren't required to recover their lost nets in California, and he says his organization doesn't receive any government funding. He operates his organization with donations and volunteers.
I get paid negative dollars. Everything that we do here is we donate our time, our money, the gases that we breathe. It's all worth it.
On this particular trip, the team removed 4 different types of fishing net. The cost of fuel alone was more than $700 US. Eric Humphreys paid another $200 to transport and use his equipment. But for these volunteers, dollars come second when ghost nets are costing the lives of marine life.
I'm one person, I can do my one person's part. And I can do the best that I can do, although it's not gonna save the world. If we all do our part, we can make a difference.
There's no way to tell just how many of these ghost nets are still stuck under the sea. And because companies are not required to report lost nets, this dangerous trend will simply continue. I'm Lindsay Mastis for JN1 in Huntington Beach, California.